cast your minds back to the last mods video, I showed you how you could obliterate your sanity and mental health with just 10 chaotic mods. Death, disease, fires, we discussed it all. I'm playing nice today, feeling generous. So we're switching gears and showcasing the best mods that are designed to make playing The Sims 2 in 2025 a much more enjoyable experience. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Happy as always to have you here. So in no particular order, I present 10 mods that'll make playing The Sims 2 feel like a relaxing stroll in the park. Enjoy. This one will be most useful to all of you once-based players out there, but honestly it's just a handy mod to have regardless of your playstyle. When you move a sim into an apartment, they'll roll once to buy certain things: refrigerator, stove, toilet, etc. It can really clog up the wants panel, and just buying the item and selling it straight away just isn't gonna cut it. So for argument's sake, let's say you've moved into a single room with a communal kitchen and a communal bathroom. You won't be needing that toilet or bathtub after all, right? Well, here's how the mod can help. Hang one of these paintings on the wall and the want just goes away. These paintings can be made invisible and they cost nothing. Overall, just a very useful mod that'll clear up those want slots. As much as I love and adore apartments in The Sims 2, rent can be astronomically high at times. That's all well and good when you're the wealthy D'Abato family from Belladonna Cove, who have far more money than sense. But what about those less fortunate Sims, the recently divorced dads and college graduates? The teens who've run away from home and need a bed for the night? Well, this mod actually cuts rent in half for all apartments, and it's since become a mod I can't live without at this point. Some may feel a little cheaty using this one, I can understand why, but for me it gives me peace of mind knowing my Sims can almost always afford a roof over their head. That roof may be crumbling all around them, but hey, it's better than nothing, right? Right. This mod involves toddlers being able to escape the confines of their crib, all by themselves, no adult needed. Typically this feature is reserved for toddlers who have already been taught how to walk, but this mod enables it for even those who aren't so steady on their little feet. Trust me when I say this mod is a real lifesaver. There is nothing more aggravating than my sim having to get up in the middle of the night to deal with a screaming toddler. How do you parents do this in real life? It beggars belief. Let's quite literally get down to business. We are here in Blue Water Village, the go-to location for all of your shopping needs. It's easy being a customer, but being a business owner, that's a whole other story. Opening a new business in The Sims 2 is tricky. Having to fork out for land, sellable product, and staff can be costly. And while it may be tempting to open the floodgates and let those shoppers in and start earning money straight away, I'd suggest waiting. Why? Well, if you can't afford employees and you're attempting to run a business without outside help, you're in for a pretty miserable time. Having to restock the shelves, man the till, tidy up, and help clueless customers by yourself is a virtual impossibility. This object mod allows you to set the customer limit. I typically go as low as 3 customers at any given time as the absolute maximum, at least in the beginning. When I'm ready and able to afford staff, I'll up that measly little number. This is a fantastic open for business related mod that'll make running a business, especially as a single sim, a whole lot easier, trust me. This mod can be a dream come true or your worst nightmare, depending on what household you're actually playing. Here's how it works. Let's say you're playing with the Burb family, or what's left of them anyway. In this scenario, John was kicked out, but he still has a responsibility for financially supporting his daughter Lucy. If you're playing with Jennifer and her household, you'll receive 200 simoleons from John, and if you're in John's household, 200 simoleons will be subtracted from his family funds. It's as straightforward as that. This mod is awesome for single parents who may be struggling to raise their child alone. That tiny bit of extra income goes a very long way. This is one of those more realistic mods that I know not everyone is going to vibe with. But if this sounds like something that'll make playing The Sims 2 a little easier, I recommend it for sure. If your Sims' motives are low, or even if they're just in a bad mood, this hack will bypass polite dinner table talk in favour of having the Sim actually consume their meal. Also, Sims with maxed out social motive will automatically talk less, which is incredibly useful when your Sim is in a rush to get to work. No longer will they spend hours conversing at the dinner table, they'll eat their food and go about their day as normal. The hack also boasts a feature designed to make overeating less of a problem. Tied to the activity trait, those with higher active points are far less likely to overeat or consume rotten food, whereas lazy Sims will seldom have a problem eating past their limit. A double mod rolled into one. Okay, admittedly this one is a little boring, it's just a small need boost mod, but I thought I'd mention it as it's these types of quiet, in the background mods that still manage to have a positive impact on gameplay. In this case, it's about Backrubs. Sims lucky enough to be on the receiving end of a backrub get a one-time boost of comfort at the end of said interaction. But what makes this an especially useful mod is that pregnant Sims can receive a higher boost of comfort. Given the chaotic and downright torturous mods I introduced in the last video, a mod that actually helps and not kills a pregnant Sim is greatly appreciated, don't you think? Leave it to the Sims 2 community to find an old and lost mod, am I right? Yes, I always am. This one focuses on finances, more specifically increasing them. Now this one can only be used on community lots, but it makes for some terrific storytelling. I seriously couldn't be bothered building or even downloading an office of any kind for this video, so I've plopped the social welfare table in Kiddie Care Castle in Desiderata Valley, next to the teddy bear chairs and everything. Speak to the NPC man in the station and request an application. Upon a successful application, you can take it out of your inventory when you get home and place it anywhere you like. You'll start receiving a base fee of 120 simoleons, but the numbers can change depending on factors such as skills and wages. I don't use it all that often, if truth be told, but I do like knowing that it's there. It comes in handy when I need it. Oh sweet lazy Duchess, is there nothing you can't do? This is one of their smaller mods, but it's awesome. One of the annoying, albeit realistic aspects of The Sims 2 is that children simply can't feed themselves. Sure, they can get snacks out of the fridge, but unless an adult prepares a meal for them, they'll be going hungry. With this mod, they can now get a single bowl of cereal out of the fridge, something that's actually going to be filling for them. It's a tad annoying that they don't actually prepare the meal. It's weird how the cereal is just pre-prepared like that, but that's a limitation of the game and not a mark against this phenomenally talented creator. I am very grateful this mod exists. My pixelated children haven't gone without breakfast in years. Alright, so this should be the final mod, according to Past Hannah, who wrongfully claimed in the intro that this compiled of 10 and only 10 mods. The Hannah is an idiot. I've grown since then. Just to clear up any confusion, I will be doing 15 mods in total and not 10, but enough waffling, nobody cares. Don't you find it irritating when your Sims are tired and starving from a long day at work? You want nothing more than to put them to bed when the game decides, yes, let's bring this virtual stranger into the family home to annoy everyone with their incessant antics. This mod by Monique instead offers a dialogue pop-up asking the player whether or not the friend is welcome into the Sims' home. They won't take offence if you say no, by the way, don't worry. Nothing worse than wanting to impress the headmaster after arriving home from work, only for your colleague to rock up to your abode and start making a fool of themselves. No thank you. In an unmodded game, bills arrive twice a week. According to the creator, every Tuesday and Thursday at roughly 10 AM. I never knew this before. Apparently, this is a feature that carried over to The Sims 3, and it wasn't until The Sims 4 the players finally got given a break and only had to pay bills once a week. Something The Sims 4 actually did better than The Sims 2. Colour me well and truly shocked. Didn't know they had it in them, to be honest with you. Anyways, this mod makes it so that bills are delivered on Tuesday and only Tuesday. Something important to note here is because of how the mod works, it also cuts the bill in half. If that's just too cheaty for you, I'll leave a link to the bigger bills mod in the description box down below. Personally, give me fewer and reduced bills any day of the week, yes please. Like the Backrub mod, this is another super small mod that does exactly as it says on the tin. Now, Sijon has a ton of amazing mods. I picked this one out of the hundreds available because even though it's small, I feel this one fixes a blatant Max's oversight. The literal description of the mod is as follows. Jumping rope now builds fitness. The rate is the same as a radio workout. I don't even know how I'd go about expanding upon that, so I'll just reiterate what I said earlier. Mods like these may not overhaul the game or change the way it looks. It doesn't offer anything particularly exciting or groundbreaking, but it's the little details like this that can make something as simple as getting fit a little more achievable. Why on earth wasn't this already a feature in the game? Seems like a no-brainer to me. Thank you again, Sijon. Have you ever moved house and thought to yourself, oh how I wish I could take the kitchen sink? Well, Maxis seems to think that yes you have. This mod makes moving in The Sims 2 both realistic and convenient. After downloading this mod, navigate to Miscellaneous, and it's here you'll find the for sale move-in sign. It's designed to ensure certain items stay on the lot after the family has moved out. So things like the light fixtures, toilet and kitchen counters will remain, while other furnishing types and decorative items will be sold upon leaving the property. Unless of course you decide to take it with you. This is handy because it means when the next household occupies the space, you don't have to rebuy those essential appliances. I truly love this object mod, not only for the realism it adds to the game, but for saving me the time it would ordinarily take me to repurchase all of these items. The penultimate mod on this list involves food. In a vanilla game, you are extremely limited as to what food you can take out of the mini-fridge. This mod aims to rectify that, and while this does take away from realism, I think it's worth it in this case. A lot of my Sims end up owning these bad boys throughout college or while living in the flop house or other low rent accommodation, and I find that not being able to make any and all food is really disappointing. My Sims crave lobster, goddammit. Sims can also get baby bottles out of the fridge, a nice bonus there. Not too much more to say on this one other than I think it's neat. Believe me when I say there is no earthly reason why you shouldn't immediately download this global mod. If you watched my last mods video, you would have realised that I am a glutton for punishment. Give me a raging fire over apartment noise 1,000 times over. I hate this feature from the Apartment Life expansion pack. This mod eliminates apartment noise altogether. Never again will your Sims' good night rest be ruined by thoughtless neighbours. As much as I love and welcome a challenge, I find the way Max has handled apartment noise to be completely ridiculous. Maybe it's just me, but before I downloaded this mod many years ago, the noise was both obnoxious and incessant. Almost every single night it woke my Sims up. Do yourself a massive favour and get this mod. You can come back here and thank me later if you feel so compelled to. If there's one thing you should know about the Sims 2 community as a whole, it's that we're passionate as hell about this ancient game. We're also open to helping each other out. We've got each other's backs, am I right girls? I asked my subscribers what mods they'd recommend for this video. I will be leaving a link to their suggestions in the description box under the bonus mods category, so please do check them out if 15 mods just isn't enough for you. Anyway, here's what they had to say. Natcute says, community time mod is an absolute must-have, and I have to agree here, it is absolutely fantastic. Sunnyday says, simply leftovers. Being able to take out single plate leftovers is a must for me. I can't play my game without it. From Anelia Sims, the variable meal server is great for larger households or for smaller ones when you don't want as many servings to put away in the fridge. They also go on to suggest that the separate tops and bottoms for all categories of clothing by Lazy Duchess has opened up a whole new world of fashion possibilities. Please do consider giving this video a like if you enjoyed, maybe even subscribing. It helps out the channel tremendously. I upload every 5 days, exclusively Sims 2 content. But until the next one, I hope you're all having a great day. Take care and happy simming.